realize there's a Mario vs. Donkey Kong game on the Wii U. No one told me.
Let me see. Sorry, I'm just... That sounds good, right? You can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So we're here. So yeah, this is the... This port came out... When did it come out? It came out right around the time that Donkey Kong 64 came out. So... They that's why it has the Donkey Kong 64 select screen here. Like, it's just a...
He looks so happy.
Yeah. It's just the same screen, the same like select screen, just a screenshot and then pixel like compressed and pixelated.
I think this would give me nightmares.
You should just print it out and just put it on your wall. Venture. Go ahead and start a new save. Or actually, no. I'll just erase this one. I don't need it anymore. Actually, no. I do need that. That's for a different thing. Oh wait. I guess I deleted it. Oh well.
Rip.
Whatever. I wasn't that far. So here we are on the island of Congo Bongo. I watched the Donkey Kong cartoon. I know the real name of Donkey Kong Island.
The real lore.
Yeah. So, for a Game Boy Color port, this is really impressive.
Looks impressive.
Yeah. Oh no.
No bananas.
And I think that the SNES version doesn't have a background right there. That this one did. Go over here.
Boing, 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 boing.
Oh, and this tune right here, this is actually the Donkey Kong Land opening theme.
Dear God.
Have you played Donkey Kong Land before?
No, I've seen people try to play it.
The game's hard. Okay. And it kind of has some of the same mechanics as Donkey Kong Land, so it has... I wonder if it's using the same engine, the same code and stuff, and it's just like they just replaced the sprites with country sprites.
They gave it color.
Oh, here's Clump. There you go. Big yellow clump.
And he's dead.
You've seen the Donkey Kong TV show, right?
I haven't seen all of it.
You've seen enough, though, right?
I've seen enough.
Did you ever look at like how Clump looks? Like, did you ever notice that his nipples are way too low on his chest, and so it just looks like he has just big man man boobs?
Oh God, you're right. Can't unsee it now.
But yeah, this is running really well. I don't. The thing is, I mean, I'd have to check my actual copy that I really own of Donkey Kong Country on the Game Boy Color, just to be sure. But this runs really well on the emulator. Damn it.
He's so angry.
I don't know if it ran. I don't know if it ran like this on the original hardware, but if it did, that's also really impressive. Just how the frame rate stays pretty consistent. Dude, look at that icon of Diddy. Look at his eyes when it opens.
He's seen some shit. Diddy's gone through shit, dude. Needs help.
So when you're selecting the character, it works like that. You know, you don't have the character following behind you or anything, and so you just do that. But it's easy to forget that you have another character.
I see.
up, jump up. Ah. Oh yeah, another thing about the animated series, when this port came out, you can probably find the commercial on YouTube still, for Donkey Kong Country Gameboy Color, where they use the same models for the commercial for this port that they use in the TV show. They're just touched up, and it's really the reason I like looking at that commercial is because oh, here's a secret. The reason I like looking at that commercial is just because it's the same models as the TV show, but they're much more, because it's like a 30-second commercial. They put all their effort into them, and you can see just how good that those models could have looked. Like in the commercial, they have Donkey Kong there, but he's not standing upright. He's standing like, you know, like his usual, like slumped over self, like this. But like the detail on his fur is a lot. He has a lot more detail on his hair, so it actually looks like fur. It doesn't just look like a flat like a flat bump map texture.
Yeah.
And so it's like, man, you know, a part of me wonders if it would have been more worthwhile. Get up there, got it. A part of me wonders if it would have been more worthwhile to just do small, like 5 to 10 minute shorts with very minimal dialogue. So that way you could get the most amount of detail possible out of your 3D models. But then, of course, we wouldn't have gotten all those very epic Donkey Kong Country animated show tunes. All right, time to talk to Cranky, the main man himself. Look at him. His eyes are just literally one pixel.
Games were a lot harder when I was a young, virile ape.
Virile.
Gross.
Cranky's turning 40 years old, or he's at least 40 years old.
Bare minimum. I guess that's gotta be old for gorillas.
I know that there was that Kong, a documentary thing that guy did. Panoots, I think was his name. And he speculates about Cranky's age. The only thing I will say is that I don't agree with the theory that Candy Kong ran off with Funky Kong.
That.
No, Candy wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that to DK.
Candy would never do such a thing.
Yeah, she's faithful.
I hope. I hope. Never know. If Funky Kong isn't in Mario Kart 9, I think that says something about the society we live in.
Do you remember did you ever see the ending to Donkey Kong 64? With
is that the one with like Funky Kong's like a military dude?
Yeah. Did you ever see the ending where after you fight K. Rool, Candy Kong shows up, like K. Rool's about to like get like a cheap shot on you on the character.
Yeah.
And Candy Kong shows up and distracts him. And it's like really strange because she's an ape and K. Rool's a alligator or crocodile.
This is a child's video game.
Yeah, and like Candy Kong, it's like, I think there's even like some music where it's like, wah, 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 like that kind of like sexy time music. And then Funky Kong comes up behind K. Rool and then blows his nuts off. Damn it. I think in DK64 though, when they redesigned Candy Kong, I can't be sure, but because they add the crystal coconuts into that game, like as an homage to the TV show, I think Candy Kong's redesign is meant to, they were trying to like combine Candy Kong's DKC1 design with the TV show design, where she's like in the shorts and she's like, even the whole thing in Donkey Kong 64, her thing was music. Like she gives you like musical instruments that you use as like weapons or usable items in the game. If you bring her a certain amount of a certain item. But I think that the reason they went with that was to try to sort of bridge the gap between her two different portrayals. So they make her, like, her thing is music because in the TV show she sings. And they kind of give her, like, shorts and a t-shirt, only it's pink instead of white and blue. And I think that's because they were thinking, oh, well, we should make her look a little more like how she appears in the TV show, but still look familiar to people who've only played Donkey Kong Country 1. Oh crap, I missed a secret here. Whatever. So, I mean, even though everybody kind of clowns on the animated series, it sort of has a legacy, I guess you could say.
Many people grow up with it.
Okay, I think whoop. You almost got me. It's very like, I know these levels almost by heart, but it's very different playing them on Game Boy Color. Just because of the way the game scrolls and how much you see or don't see compared compared to the actual Super Nintendo version.
I really like this shade of blue.
Oh, you mean for the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. I can say that the Game Boy Color didn't. Well, really, Game Boy in general never really had very good sound chips. Like, I think there's some people who are very nostalgic for Game Boy music, but for the most part, I feel like the Game Boy Color, and the Game Boy Advance didn't really have the best sound chips, so games just didn't really sound very good. Damn it. But I think this game and Donkey Kong Land do a pretty good job working with the sound chip in the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. So, I mean, I don't really have a problem with the Game Boy versions of the Donkey Kong country music. Here's a question. How do you feel about the water levels in the Donkey Kong Country games? Like, because obviously a lot of people just don't like the meme. Of course, is that underwater levels are always so terrible in video games.
They're that bad.
What do you think makes them work compared to, like, I don't know, something else? Like, I feel like I'm trying to think of a game where I didn't like the water levels very much. like a specific game, but it's not coming to mind. Maybe Mario 64.
You think honestly? I think the reason why I personally don't actually like hate a lot of water levels, but I think that's mainly because my enjoyment of a water level, because obviously underwater levels are designed to be slow and shit. Supposed to take your time because you're in water and you're constantly weighted down by fluid dynamics or whatever. I think it's honestly the music that makes it. And I always thought the underwater music in the Donkey Kong Country games was like absolutely perfect.
Like,
and like even Dire Dire Docks in SM64 was pretty good. Like for the music. Stage sucked though. Jolly Roger Bay was way better.
like
I think it's also the tightness of the level was pretty good, as opposed to like a Mario underwater level where you're open and you're just slow for being slow.
yeah, what I think it is that especially in 3D games, maybe I think maybe people are usually thinking of 3D games when they think of how bad water levels are. And that goes back to like Mario 64, it goes back to Donkey Kong 64, it goes back to it goes back to like a lot of early 3D games like on the PlayStation 2. Croc has underwater levels that aren't exactly like stellar. And the consistent thing I've noticed with the 3D underwater levels tends to be we need to emulate how moving in water feels.
What it feels like, yeah.
Crap. Bam. And so I think that just what happens a lot of times is there's such an emphasis on the realism of moving in water, but moving in water is not necessarily fun. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
I mean, I freaking Voodoo was laughing at me when I said this, but I was like, it's kind of true. It's one thing to splash around in water, but when if you're actually like moving in water underwater, like just swimming, you're moving against. It's not exactly like a fun thing unless you're like a very experienced swimmer.
I mean, you gotta understand that water has the same density as concrete. Like, you're not exactly going anywhere quickly when you're in a goal-oriented 3D game.
Yeah, and so I think with 2D games, you can afford to throw away some of that realism and just focus on, okay, like, well, let's just make Donkey Kong. Like, I think one of the things I like about the Donkey Kong Country underwater levels tends to be that they feel faster. Or at the very least, it feels like you can move at your own pace, unless something is chasing you. And even when something is chasing you, it's like you don't feel as you don't feel as if Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong are moving too much against the current.
Yeah.
So everything kind of like the underwater levels are not any slower really than any of the other levels, depending on just how well you like. Just depends on. Oh yeah, I missed that. Just depends, I guess, on how well you like know the level and stuff. Oh, that's cool. Watch. This is something they added in the Game Boy Color version. When Candy blows her kiss at Donkey Kong, he gets all excited. Okay, and so in this version, they sort of took this and added it to the Game Boy Advance versions of the game, where Candy Kong doesn't really save your game anymore, but instead has like bonus challenges and bonus levels. Like in Donkey Kong Country Advance, there's like a dancing mini game that you do to earn extra stuff. Same thing with Funky Kong. And some of those, I think the fishing at the main menu, there was a bonus thing. And there's a fishing mini game in this Game Boy Color port that is actually in, Donkey Kong Country Advance. They updated it for Donkey Kong Country Advance as one of Funky Kong's mini games. So it's kind of interesting how they do that. Like they make it so you can save at any point, so you don't have to do much like in the way of save management. By being like, oh, okay, I gotta go see Funky Kong and then travel by plane back to Candy Kong and then save, like after every other level. All right, go, bam. See how we can do this. Oh, Winky. Oh, watch it. He does this in the Game Boy Color version. Look at his eyes. You see his eyes? He's like, yeah. He looks more smug in this one. I think like, cause I think that's just supposed to be like light shining off of him, right? But it looks like he's smirking at the side of his mouth.
Another thing that kind of trips me out of this game is how the animal companions just are on their own.
Oh yeah, they do that in Donkey Kong Land too. It's like with how you don't have the other character following behind you.
Yeah.
So they just have to do that to save space. Just the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color just couldn't handle it. I'd love to play Donkey Kong Land. It's hard as fuck. I can't like, I don't think it'd be fun to watch me play it. Cause I'd be getting mad.
I don't think it, and sometimes it doesn't seem like fun to play, period.
I like it, it's just, I would say that Donkey Kong Land is underrated. People, like, when people talk about Rare's handling of the Donkey Kong games. Oh, cool.
Bonus.
And now we've captured him on Game Boy in an all-new game with all new enemies and worlds. Donkey Kong Land.
Is this Ostrich Heaven or Hell?
I don't know. There's supposed to be a jungle in the back, but, like, it's not there in the Super Nintendo version.
It's purgatory.
In the Game Boy version, they have to cut out a lot of these backgrounds to make sure it runs fast. So you'll notice that most of the levels just use these plain colored backgrounds.
Yeah.
Come on, I can get more.
All about
300,
saving
300,
space.
300, 300, 300. Got it. Cool.
301. Used to be the old YouTube video counter stopping point.
I still remember watching movies on YouTube back in like 2007, 2008, where it had like, okay, I want to watch this 2-hour movie, so I have to watch the 10, 15-minute parts.
Split up into 8 videos.
Yeah.
Remember that? Watching dubbed anime. It was in 3 parts every time.
In 360p.
360p. Barely just make out what the subtitles say.
Bam! Got it.
Bam!
Oh, no! I didn't mean to.
Nah.
I was holding the run button and he picked it up.
You just took DK with him.
Well, I already have DK. Whoa, gotta be careful there. Alright, so. Got it. Ha! Nope. Whoa. Okay. Now we'll do the minecart level. Now you see, this level looks like it has a background. Does it stay consistently... Is it consistently there? Yeah, it is. That's weird. You would think this level
Weird.
would be the one that would definitely not have a background to keep it running fast.
The one that has all the moving parts in it.
Yeah. And requires like as much space like necessary.
Pin perfect timing.
But who are you saying doesn't like the minecart levels very much? Is
Skeliop.
Skeliop, yeah. I don't know. Like I feel like it's weird that Donkey Kong Country is known, like that's kind of something it's known for, is minecart levels, right?
Yeah.
But there really aren't that many minecart levels in the games.
There's like what, 4?
There's like 2.
The first one?
Yeah, there's like maybe 2 or 3 in this one between like the 50 some odd levels.
Yeah.
And there's like 2 or 3 in the second one. I think there's more in the second one, but they're few and far between for the most part.
Are there any in 3?
Yeah, there are a few in 3. 3 is a little different. 3 is interesting because I like 3. I think I might like 3 the most just because like I like a lot of the variety in Donkey Kong Country 3. Donkey Kong Country 3 gets way too much flack. Like, for some reason, like, I've noticed that with certain games. I was telling Max about that, where it feels to me like certain games, I don't know how it happens. Maybe it's just because certain, YouTube personalities end up gaining a certain authority and begin, like, trash-talking certain games, and then everybody just starts repeating it. But when Donkey Kong Country 3 came out, I don't really remember anybody disliking it. And then it was surprising when like YouTube culture, the whole culture of YouTube gaming got started, and suddenly it was like in vogue to say that Donkey Kong Country 3 was bad. And it's like that game sold like 6 million copies. And that was like one of the last games for the Super Nintendo. Lots of people bought it, and it was, extremely well reviewed. And then suddenly it became like very like trendy to talk about how just a letdown it was or something, or how it was just like watered down or something like that. And I don't know. I mean, you've played Donkey Kong Country 3. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, you could say that maybe Donkey Kong Country 2 is better for certain reasons. The only reason I would say I like DKC 3 better is just because the difficulty curve is less bullshit. And
It's true.
the collectible element, like the collectathon element, is a lot more refined. So it feels a lot more like the way Rare's 64 collectathons are, only just in 2 dimensions. What am I